What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of the Amazon original movie, The Map of Tiny Perfect Things. This movie is directed by Ian Samuels and is based off the short story from Love Grossman. Now, before we begin, if you like this channel, awesome, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome, hit that like button as well as commenting below on any video that you watch, including this one. So The Map of Tiny Perfect Things is in essence Amazon Originals answer to Palm Springs, which came out Hulu last year. It's a movie that is in essence a time loop story, but is also a romantic love story about two individuals who are of course played by Kyle Allen and Kathryn Newton, who play Mark and Margaret. We have no idea how long they've been in this time loop from the very beginning of this movie. They've probably been in it quite a while because they can get through the day pretty much without, even thinking about it. They can do certain things that really don't affect them very much. And, Mark's starting to kind of get bored with what he's doing. He's doing the same thing over and over. And then Margaret, a couple minutes later, comes into the mix and they start to develop a relationship, a friendship, because they have an idea of what each other's going through, similar to what the two characters in Palm Springs end up going through when that whole story starts to kind of go together and starts to kind of move forward. But the thing about this movie that sets Palm Springs apart a little bit is this movie is dealing with the looking at the smaller things in life, looking at the smaller objects, the smaller pieces, the things that we don't really pay attention to because we're too busy and too kind of focused on the larger aspects. So in essence, these characters look at something like a tortoise, coming across the road, or, a bird catching a fish, or a cat in a tree, or, a guy playing a piano when he's on his break. And it's just, they're looking at the smaller ideas and logics. But as a movie like this does, these characters have an interesting back history that they don't really pay attention to. Mark has a family he just doesn't really understand very well, and Margaret has a situation that she doesn't want to have to bring into focus because it's something that's very personal to her. And so with that said, this movie is, like I said, very similar to the day by day Groundhog Day story, which is very very much referenced in this movie, and Edge of Tomorrow and Palm Springs. It's in that genre of time loop movies. So after watching this movie, which is about an hour and 38 minutes, which is just perfect for a movie like this because, like Palm Springs, it gets to its points, it gets to its logic, and it doesn't hang around too long for you to kind of just question everything. I think this movie is actually pretty decent. It's a pretty entertaining movie, and it hinges on the fact that I think Kyle Allen and Kathryn Newton are actually pretty decent, and they have great chemistry in this movie. It takes a lot to have to do the same thing over and over and over. It would make you crazy to have to see the same things happen, the same ideas happen, but they have a way where, unlike Palm Springs, they have this whole town where they can kind of, expand upon the traditional stuff that they go through. Yes, you're going to see the same kitchen scene all over again. You're going to see the same diner scene over again. You're going to see certain scenes over again. But I think it works in the aspect that, it gives these characters a chance to breathe, a chance to do something interesting, and to kind of expand upon the traditional loop stories. So in essence, kind of like Groundhog Day, they have the whole town to play with, and it makes it for a very not original movie, but a movie that for an hour and 38 minutes I think you can really truly enjoy. Like I said, the problems deal with like the subject matter and the kind of the nature of the melodramatic stuff with like the parents and the whole nature of these characters. Are they gonna love each other? Are they not gonna love each other? It's that type of movie. But like when they said, when you focus on the smaller things and the smaller ideas, what the story is trying to present, it really feels focused. When you see like the tortoise, or when you see the map that Kyle Allen's character eventually draws out of all the small things they've seen, you get a really nice sense of just a really kind of calming, really kind of cool, really kind of relaxed film that really kind of puts its heart on its sleeve, puts its heart on its shoulder. And like I said, Kathryn Newton, who's been in quite a few films in the last few years, just really gives a great performance, a really honest performance, and it really feels like a lot of fun to watch. Kyle Allen being one of his, he's been in some films, but this is his, I think, really kind of his first like lead actor role. I think does an admirable job. I think it really does. I think he's kind of he's lapped around a lot by Kathryn Newton's character, but I think he does a decent job of having good chemistry with Kathryn Newton. And when he has to kind of live day by day, when the revelations start happening with his parents and his sister and everything that he's having to deal with, and them trying to get out of the loop, and you find out the Kathryn Newton's character. I think just overall that the characters and the storytelling and the ability to tell a time loop story and have it be at least interesting entertaining is a win in my book. So, but with that said, I just think overall it's a good movie. It's an entertaining movie. It's a fun movie to watch, on a date or something like that with during the pandemic. And I think overall, I think for in the time loop genre, it's a movie that actually could be terrible, but it actually isn't. So I really enjoyed it. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think you'll enjoy it too. Like I said, it gets a little depressing in parts, a little melodramatic, but I think for an hour and 38 minutes, I think you will have a good time too. So, but that's it. That's gonna be my take on the map of Tiny Perfect Things. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite time loop movie is. Like, is it Groundhog Day? Is it Edge of Tomorrow? Is it Palm Springs, which was great? Let me know in the comments below. But if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.